Ashton is currently in the Monroe County Jail, held on a $500,000 bail. Again, John, police say 9 male victims, all students between the ages of 8 and 12, have alleged abuse. And we're told by the DA's office there is the potential for more victims in this case. The principal's time at the school goes back to 2004. Greece Police Chief Drew Forsyth says a school principal is trusted with protecting, guiding, and mentoring children.
We drop our kids off every day to this guy, and he does this, allegedly. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Police say Hilton Elementary School Principal Kirk Ashton is charged with 9 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, 6 counts of sex abuse in the first degree, and 5 counts of coercive sexual conduct against a child in the second degree.
He chose one of our most sacred institutions, our schools, to carry out these disgusting acts.
The district attorney reminding all that these are only accusations at this point, and protection of the youngsters is key.
And we're not going to get into the specifics. You know, we're very limited, you know, especially in this case when we're dealing with the abuse of children. You know, we have to be very careful with the allegations.
She's also asking for Hilton parents to have a talk with their kids.
There could be more victims out there.
State police, who spearheaded the presser today, saying to reach out to law enforcement.
We ask that anyone who has information regarding these allegations or any other allegations against Mr. Ashton to contact the New York State Police.
Now, orders of protection have been issued for most of the victims. Ashton is due in court later this month, but the DA's office did say this will go to a grand jury before that point. Live in Greece, Christian Garzone, News 8. John, back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. The allegations surrounding the Northwood Elementary principal are raising concerns for parents with children at the school. News 8's Allie Peters spoke with a couple of parents who say they have a lot of questions. She's live in Hilton with more. Allie?
Yeah, John, students who would normally be in the building behind me in class are now at home today. Parents telling me that the allegations against the principal are hard to stomach. Now, while kids aren't in the classroom today, they are expected back on Monday. One parent who wanted to remain anonymous tells me she now has to decide if she actually wants her kids to return in person. Safety of the kids is top of mind, and parents are telling me the entire situation is tough on young students and their families.
I have friends whose kids have been involved and they don't want to go through the process of reporting it because they don't want their kids to have to testify in court or, you know, be exposed to more than they should be.
And tonight at 5 and 6, I am speaking to parents about how they have this conversation with their kids and what they're looking for from the school district. Live in Hilton, Allie Peters, News 8.
All right, Allie, thank you. The Hilton School District is holding a virtual meeting for parents tonight at 6 p.m. Child advocacy workers say talking to your kids after something like this occurs is incredibly important in keeping lines of communication open. Kayla Green joins us live from Bavona Child Advocacy Center with more on how to approach the subject. Kayla?
John, the executive director here at Bavona, says it's incredibly important to start talking to your kids about things like this at an early age so they may know if something is off. She says a good start today would be to ask them if they know what's going on at school. Bavona teaches prevention education curriculum in several Monroe County schools, including Hilton. Executive Director Deb Rosen says they talk about body safety and how to identify who your safe adults are. She says the tough part is that overwhelmingly abusers are people the child knows and who violate trust. Rosen says this is why it's important to check in with your kids, asking them about their comfort level with the trusted people in their lives. She also says paying attention to adults in your kids' lives seeking an unusual amount of one-on-one time with them can be a sign something is going on. Rosen says keeping the communication lines open is key.
Parents all over this county should be talking to their children, not to instill panic and not to suggest that something awful has happened, but to ask them questions about their degree of comfort with the people in their lives. I want to point out, though, that it's not just about the conversation that happens between a parent and their child. Parents also need to be asking themselves and talking to other adults in their family system who are the adults that have access to my children? And how do we feel about those adults?
Rosen says Bavona's curriculum follows the New York State law, Aaron's Law, and she'd like to see all Monroe County districts adopt this curriculum. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
All right, Kayla, thank you very much. Anyone with information about this investigation or other allegations should contact New York State Police at 279-0144 or Bavona at 935-7800. Ashton has been an educator for over 20 years. He spent the last 17 as the principal at Northwood Elementary School. Before that, he was assistant principal at an elementary school in the Rush Henrietta School District. Prior to that, he was a special ed teacher at the Crestwood Children's Center, part of the Hillside family of agencies. Hillside released the following statement this morning, quote, Hillside is committed to the safety and well-being of every child, and any suspected or actual offense against a youth is not tolerated. We are prepared to cooperate fully with authorities as needed with regard to this reported incident.